What's the deal, man? It's your boy Dwayne McClain at Dwayne McClain TV. We back again. I don't like how that sun glaring on me, man. We gotta try to. But it is what it is, man. Y'all ain't here to look at me. Y'all here to hear what what I'm here to talk about. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody supporting the channel. I appreciate everybody rocking with the boy. You know what I'm saying? Continue showing support to the light show. Y'all know who I am, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to bring the light to everything, man. We sharing light on all that. What's in the dark gonna come to light. You know what I'm saying? What's in the light gonna come to dark. You know what I'm saying? But shouts out to everybody supporting the channel, man. We appreciate that support. You know what I'm saying? Today's video gonna be about this whole J Prince situation. He's just been making noise, man. Mob ties, all that stuff, doing interviews. Man, I think this was did they use Takeoff as a catalyst to make J Prince more of a household name? And I'm gonna talk about this because that's what I'm gonna go to Houston, and I ain't doing no checking in, even though he brought it down to his interview. I watched his interview with $1 Million worth of game, even though I have all three of those dudes as sellouts. I got $1 Million worth of game, they sold out too. They one of them boys, them guys. Y'all know who that is. Y'all don't know that hand sign. They be doing that. Y'all be seeing them dudes do all that. That's that brotherhood stuff. They part of that brotherhood, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think Wallow and Gilly's part of it. But I watched the interview, man, and with old J Prince, and it was a straight little interview. He did touch on the checking in part. Like he got too much money for that, but it is a relationship thing. I remember when Rich Homie Quan said he had to check in with Big U. Big U made him go to a little like a little youth football team and sign autographs. You know what I'm saying? Would I check in if I had to go to Houston? I don't think they checking for me, man. I ain't famous. If I was famous, I would probably want to keep the relationships and everything around. But I won't be on no punk stuff. But I go there on some, check, see what y'all talking about, and learn the city. You know what I'm saying? Cause he seemed like a cool old guy. You know what I mean? But I ain't trying to get in that brotherhood, man. I ain't trying to be messing with the brotherhood boys, man. The brotherhood boys, I don't want no parts of that stuff, man. They'll get you out of here. You know what I'm saying? The brotherhood boys. But watching the interview, I was doing a lot of dissecting, and I was sitting here thinking to myself, did they use Takeoff as a catalyst to move the mob ties thing? Cause now he up here talking about, look how much, this is the most we ever talked about J Prince ever. He's always been talked about, but he's never been like mainstream. I never knew nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? I can't say never knew nothing about him, but this is the most I have seen from him in the most recent years. Pretty much all the time since he's been out, this is the most I've ever seen from him. You know what I'm saying? And I do think they probably used Buddy as a way to move him and make him a little more famous, a little more successful and all that stuff. I mostly hear about his son being a knucklehead out there. That's the most thing I hear about. But I don't really hear too much about J Prince. I know people were saying, rumor had it, that he put Pimp C on the offer up. He deleted Pimp C. He put Pimp C on offer up, and he used that. He was part of that whole little shindig where Jay-Z snitched. I don't know how true this is. It's a conspiracy. But there was a point in time where Suge Knight, J Prince, Irv Gotti, all the major record guys, owners, were trying to band together and start their own distribution company. Jay-Z was part of it, but he snitched. And that's why they did a crackdown on everybody. They did a crackdown on Irv Gotti. They locked up Suge, and they locked up, I don't know if J Prince got locked up or not. But that's one of the only little conspiracies I heard about J Prince so far. I really never knew too much of him. But I don't trust him. He one of them boys, man. He down them boys, man. I'm going to look into him tonight, see if I can dig up some old photos. I know how I do. If I see too many photos of you doing Illuminati symbolism, you are Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? In my book. If you're doing way too much, you know what I'm saying? And I be trolling y'all when I be doing it. And I be doing stuff like that. Like, that's a troll. I be picking with y'all, man. I'm not no Illuminati, man. I'm not here just getting off work. Dudes got regular jobs. Burnt my daggone hand making daggone breadsticks for the kids. And regular dudes. There ain't nobody no daggone brotherhood, man. Ain't nobody about to be putting their finger in nothing. Facts. You know what I'm saying? The brotherhood boys gotta, I ain't saying they have to do that. I'm not in there, that mix. But the brotherhood boys got to do some wild things to be in the brotherhood, man. You got to be a brotherhood boy, you going to have to do some wild stuff, man. You know what I mean? And then also, did I touch on everything I want to do about Takeoff? Yeah, so I think they use Takeoff as a catalyst to make J Prince more of a bigger name. I personally think. You know what I'm saying? And then there was another guy who passed, who lost their life around J Prince in Houston. I forgot, it was like a, he was like a blogger or something, or he was a jeweler, Duke the Jeweler, I think his name was. He lost his life after doing some stuff with Jay Prince. And after a dice game, he lost his life. But it's all rumors. I think he won that $1 million offer for game to clear up a lot of stuff. But I didn't trust a word he was saying, honestly. He did seem like a cool old man, but I had to look at that stuff from a bird's eye view and understand that, man, he probably was capping in everything he was saying, man. He probably just trying to clear his name up to keep the feds off of him. And Offset said that he the feds. You know what I'm saying? Now, it'd be a little too soon for him to do anything to Offsets. I doubt he'll do anything to Offset, you know what I'm saying? But I do think that Ja Prince might be down with them boys, might be a fed, you know what I'm saying, something up with him. But it's like I said, it's the most I ever heard about this guy, ever. And then his daughter even made the news recently. Now, this is how I know it's some funny business going on. When I'm telling y'all watch my content, you got to understand that they do a build-up, okay? It's a build-up of getting the person famous. So you got to do interviews. You got to have this happen. You got to have this happen. Got to have this happen. And then you drop this project. Now all these eyes is on you. You've been talked about in the news for weeks. Your name's been on the internet for weeks. Now you drop this project goes platinum. That's how it goes. So when I seen his daughter make the news after his interview on that, who knows how old that video is? It's probably just resurfaced on the internet because you never can trust the dates on the internet. But his daughter did a situation where they said she was abusing a kid. Now, did I think that was as outrageous as people made it seem? Nah, not my personal opinion. She did stop herself. She rocked the crib. That was really out of line. But from my personal opinion, I feel like that was just like a normal reaction. Not normal, a little above average, above normal reaction to being stressed out and flustered with a kid. If you never had no kid, a kid will go through a phase where they're going to cry for hours, and it's going to make you get to that point. You know, and that's why that's why I advise people not to have children very young, to wait till you have your patience, wait till you've learned yourself to a point to where you can handle the infinite cry, because that's what it is. It's an infinite cry where they cry infinitely for hours. I've seen this happen, and I've dealt with this with my kids, and my mom coached me through it because I was outside screaming. I was upset, like, oh man, I was just stressed out. My mom called me, and she's like, what's going on? And I was like, hey, I can't get the baby start crying. I've done everything. She said, just let the baby cry it out. Have you checked the temperature? I'm like, yeah, the temperature's good. She said, have you fed him? Yeah, I fed him. She said, hey, you burped him? Yep, burped him. I said, you changed the pamper? Changed the pamper. She said, you call the nurse to make sure there's nothing else you can do. Call the nurse. I said, I checked off everything, Mom. She just won't start crying. She said, well, at that point, you put your headphones in, close the door, and let them cry it out. I'm like, all right. I did that. The baby went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I think she was pulling to me. I used to just, agitate people on the regular. And I used to troll people. So I think soon she seen that I gave up and there's no more fun and games to play, she stopped crying. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen that, does it deserve the outrage everybody's trying to, oh, she's a bad mother? Y'all, man, y'all ain't never had that. Now, do she need some parenting teaching? Yes. Do she need to look at that and learn from her mistakes? 100% yes. She needs to learn from all that. Is that how did the tape leak out? Who leaked the tape? That's what I want to know. That's how I know this funny business going on. Somebody leaked this tape out. You know what I'm saying? Some type of funny business is going on. Somebody leaked it to where it would come out. And I think they're doing it purposely so they can drop this project for the mob ties. I said they've been in the news all week. And then it's something like that. But I think that I look at it as a normal reaction that was taking that went a little too far. Screaming at the kid and all that is not going to help anything, and that's why you got to have people around you. And should she be penalized for that? She shouldn't lose custody of her kid or nothing like that. Nah, she just need to take get some advice from the old heads and learn to woosah next time, and to not do that, because just because the baby's still an infant does not mean it's not going to have an effect. You can say I hate you to an infant, it's going to know those words. It feels those energies. Infants and children are very, very spiritual, very, very spiritual inclined to where they can feel anything pretty much. So I would say next time, man, just woosah and walk it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's all a lot of young parents need, is somebody guiding them. And thank God I had my mom and a team around me whenever I had my children. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for the mothers of my kids. So I didn't, even though I'm not crazy enough to do nothing like that. Like, oh, shut up. It's not going to work. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. But the only thing I'll say about that situation, I feel as if it got leaked out to keep the family's name into the news for free publicity. All right. It's the boy Dwayne McClain TV. Let me know what else I want to blog on next. Leave it in the comment section. All right. We're going to keep pushing out this content every day, man. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. I'm out.